Headlines can spark alarm before the full story is understood, especially in today's fast-paced digital world, where news spreads instantly and often without all the facts. When a major incident is reported, it's easy for fear to take hold before anyone has a chance to dig deeper into what's really happening. This was exactly the case on October 27, 2025, when reports began circulating about a massive data breach involving 183 million accounts. The news quickly dominated headlines, with anchors and social media users alike speculating about the scale and impact of the breach. The panic stemmed from the association with major services like Gmail, Facebook, and Twitter. Many people assumed these platforms had been directly hacked, leading to widespread confusion and anxiety about the safety of their personal information and online identities. However, the reality is far more nuanced. The data in question wasn't the result of a single, recent cyber attack. Instead, it was a compilation of information gathered from various sources and breaches over several years, gradually pieced together and then released as one large dataset. This incident highlights the critical need for clear, accurate reporting on cybersecurity issues. When stories are rushed or details are left out, it can lead to unnecessary panic and make it harder for people to respond appropriately to real threats. While 183 million is a staggering number, it's important to understand that it represents previously scattered information now compiled into one place. This aggregation can make the breach seem more alarming than it actually is, but it doesn't necessarily mean there's a new, immediate risk to every account listed. By understanding the distinction between a fresh hack and an aggregated leak, we can move from panic to informed vigilance. This empowers us to take proactive security measures like updating passwords and enabling two-factor authentication, rather than reacting out of fear. Staying informed and cautious is the best way to protect ourselves in an ever-evolving digital landscape. Google swiftly addressed rumors, confirming its systems were not breached. The confusion arose from data compiled from InfoStealer databases, not a direct Gmail hack. Google's statement educated the public on malware threats on personal devices. The presence of a Gmail address in the dataset indicates malware infection, not a Gmail breach. Google's response reassured users and highlighted shared cybersecurity responsibilities. This was an educational moment about how data can be exposed online. The dataset emerged from Cynthiant's work, compiling compromised credentials from the web. Cynthiant shared it with Have I Been Pwned to help users check their exposure. The goal was to provide a tool for awareness, not to cause panic. The media frenzy highlighted the challenge of communicating large-scale data disclosures. The narrative shifted from a compilation of data to a supposed new hack, obscuring important advice. The data at the heart of this incident originated from two major sources: stealer logs and credential stuffing lists. These are not just random leaks, but carefully curated collections of stolen information, harvested by cybercriminals using sophisticated tools and techniques. Understanding how these sources work is crucial to grasping the scale and impact of the breach. Stealer logs are essentially the output of malware infections. When a computer is compromised, malicious software silently records usernames, passwords, and other sensitive data, then sends it back to the attacker. This process can go undetected for weeks or even months, allowing criminals to amass huge troves of credentials from unsuspecting victims. Credential stuffing lists, on the other hand, are collections of usernames and passwords, often gathered from previous breaches or stealer logs, that attackers use to automate login attempts across multiple sites. Because so many people reuse passwords, these lists can be incredibly effective for breaking into accounts. The staggering number, 183 million accounts, doesn't point to a single catastrophic breach. Instead, it reflects countless individual security lapses, each one a small crack in the larger wall of digital safety. These are the results of many separate incidents, not one massive hack. While headlines focused on Gmail, that's only part of the story. The real threat comes from the widespread use of malware and the all-too-common habit of reusing weak passwords. This combination makes it easy for attackers to compromise accounts across many platforms, not just Google. It's important to note that this dataset exposes vulnerabilities in individual users, not in Google's infrastructure itself. The breach highlights how personal security practices can have far-reaching consequences, even when major tech companies have strong defenses. Ultimately, this problem is widespread and affects millions, but its roots lie in personal vulnerabilities. our own habits and the security choices we make every day. Protecting yourself online is more important than ever, and the responsibility largely falls on your own actions. With cyber threats constantly evolving, taking proactive steps can make a significant difference in your digital safety. Start by enabling multi-factor authentication wherever possible. This adds a crucial second layer of security, making it much harder for attackers to access your accounts, even if they have your password. Never reuse passwords across different sites. Each account should have its own unique password, so that if one is compromised, your other accounts remain safe. Consider using a password manager. These tools not only help you generate strong, complex passwords, but also securely store them, so you don't have to remember every single one. Regularly check if your credentials have appeared in known data breaches using services like Have I Been Pwned. This helps you stay informed about potential risks to your accounts. If you discover your information has been exposed, act quickly. Change your passwords immediately, especially for sensitive accounts like email, banking, and social media. Maintain good device hygiene by keeping your software updated, running antivirus scans, and being cautious about the links you click or the files you download. By following these practical steps, you create a strong defense against cyber threats, including massive data leaks like the 183 million account data set. Taking these actions empowers you to navigate the digital world with greater confidence and peace of mind.